Hey everybody, William Brown, Republic of Texas TV, back again. And tonight we're going to make imitation White Castle burgers for supper. Now, I'm a Texan. I've never seen a White Castle burger or restaurant, but from what I understand, they're little tiny hamburgers that the meat is square, has a square patty. It's just very important that it be square. And supposedly they have some kind of secret that they mix in their meat that gives their little burgers a certain flavor. So whoever posted this recipe, I guess they think they have it figured out. So here's what we need. We need 1 onion finely chopped. We need 1 of these packets of Lipton onion soup mix, dip, mix, whatever, just 1 of them. 1.5 pounds of hamburger, 1/2 cup of milk, a tablespoon of peanut butter. Yes, peanut butter, believe it or not. Now, I've actually already made these, and they are badass, so trust me on that. You're going to need 12 of those little cheese slices, and you need a bag of Pepperidge Farm Bakery Classics sliders, little tiny burger buns. They're so cute. Okay, so what we're going to do first is, okay, you got your cookie sheet, and you spray it all down with Pam and everything, and you preheat your oven to 350. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the onion, nope, excuse me, not the onion, scratch that. We're going to take the onion soup mix, that's it. Take 1 of these, a tablespoon of peanut butter, and 1/2 cup of milk, and we're going to mix it in the hamburger meat. Okay, there it is, all stirred together into a big mash, and it actually smells pretty good. You can smell the peanut butter for sure, and the Lipton soup mix. Now what we're going to do is take that and spread it out on the cookie sheet into like a great big rectangle, as far as you can stretch it, as thin as you can get it. Now, the recipe said you could use a rolling pin, but I noticed the first time I tried to make them that the meat stuck to the pin too much, and that it's easier to just wash your hands and, real good, and spread it out with your hands. Okay, there it is. I got it stretched out as far as I could stretch it without it ripping you all the way to the bottom. It is going to shrink, and actually it's kind of important that it does, because that plays in on what we do next. Okay, anyway, so once you get it all stretched out like that, we're going to bake it at 350 for 10 minutes. Okay, while you got those in the oven for 10 minutes, and you got to burn 10 minutes somehow or another, you'll notice that after you use one of the onion soup mixes that you got another one left over. So what you do, you get you a 16-ounce sour cream and an onion soup mix, and you combine them in a bowl with a spoon, and like so. Okay, there it is, all mixed together. That is a 16-ounce sour cream. Actually, I get the light sour cream, so it's not so fattening, along with the 1 pouch of the onion soup mix. And you can either scoop it back into the original container, snap the lid on, and let it sit up in the refrigerator for anywhere from 30 minutes is good enough. 2 hours is even better, an hour or 2 makes even better dip. Or you can just throw saran wrap on the bowl like I'm fixing to do and let it sit in there until the sliders get done baking. Okay, here it is, all out of the oven. And okay, you see all the oil that cooked off it all the way around? Okay, you see there's none over here. It's because the pan's slanted. One of my burners is off kilter over there. So what we're going to do now is take the finely chopped onion, and we're going to put it in that oil all the way around the meat, and then we'll put it back in the oven. Okay, there we go. See how we got the onions in the grease all the way around the great big giant burger patty. And what we're going to do is put it back in the oven at 350 for another, what is it? Yep, 15 minutes. Alright, see you in 15. Okay, still got about maybe 5 minutes until I pull that out. Since I had 15 minutes to burn, I went ahead and got all my cheese unwrapped. You might want to go with a cheese that's not individually wrapped, because that sure was a pain in the ass, having to unravel 12 of them, keep them intact and everything. Okay, a brief word about those little slider buns from Pepperidge Farm. I don't know if Pepperidge Farm be tripping or what, but some of the buns, they only halfway came apart, and it's really messy if you try to tear them apart. So keep a nice sharp knife on hand so you can slice the rest of the way through, keep them nice and neat. Okay, you want to get 8 of the bottoms and put them on a plate, and keep the other 4 bottoms to the side there, and there are the 12 tops. And I'll show you what we're going to be doing with these here in just a second. It is now 9:22. Time to take the meat out and put the cheese on it. Okay, here's the meat again. You see all the onions in the fat there, they're all cooked. And what we're going to do is get a spoon, and we're going to spoon all those onions over on top of the meat. And then after that, we're going to put cheese on it in layers. It'll be like a 3x4 grid there. Show you what I'm talking about here in just a second. Okay, first I scooped all the onions up because, like I said, let it kind of tilt on the grills there, so the cookie sheet will be slanted, and kind of pile all the onions up there in the corners, kind of let them drain for a second before you spoon them out over the meat. Okay, there it is with the onions spread out all over it, and now we're going to do the cheese. Okay, here you have it covered in cheese in a nice little 3x4 grid. They're going to overlap, makes it really, really cheesy. And now we're going to put it back in the oven at 350 degrees for 7 to 10 minutes, or until your artificial cheese-like substance melts. So 7 to 10 minutes at 350. Okay, here they are 10 minutes later. Now what we're going to do is take the tops of the buns and line them up on the squares. Okay, I'll show you how. Just like that. Get them all lined up there, nice little rows, and back in the oven for 5 minutes. Okay, while those are waiting, and they still got about 4 more minutes, go ahead and get your bottoms, 8 bottoms lined up on a plate. And what you're going to do, okay, when we get them out, it's best if you have like a pizza slicer, but I don't have one, so I gotta use a spatula. But we'll be cutting them into little squares, and then what you do is take a spatula and scoop it up and lay it on top of each bottom. You already got the top on there, right? And then we'll take these other 4, we'll have them like in the middle like that. So it makes a neato, cool looking little pyramid. Also, I was going to point out that this recipe makes a dozen of them. Okay, that's like on one cookie sheet. However many cookie sheets your oven can hold is like how many dozens of these you can make at one time. The cooking time or whatever, it doesn't change depending on how many of them's in there. It's all, none of it's very exact anyways. It's real simple. You can whoop out like 4 or 5 dozen of these pretty quick. And there we have them, fresh from the oven. And like I said, this is where you cut them in rows like that. And if you got a pizza slicer, it's like a lot easier. I know I have trusty Mr. Spatula here, so let me get them cut and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And there you have them all cut and separated. And now I'm going to take the spatula, scoop up one and put it on a bottom, scoop up another, put it on another bottom, and so forth. Okay, got those done. Now stack the other 4 on top like so, and do the same thing with the remaining 4. And there you have it, the finished product, all piled up in a nifty little pyramid there, and flanked by some ice cold Lone Star, the national beer of Texas. And hold on just a second, I will tell you how one of these little critters tastes. Okay, and the verdict. I've got my little tripod set up here in the kitchen. Got my cold one here. Got my little mini burger here. They are very, very, very good. Excuse me. As you can see, they're very easy to make, quick, don't cost a whole lot, and they're just yummy. Anyways, thank you for watching. God bless you.